I'm Inkermani here, folks, and welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. Among the people around you, you may come across those who are naively stupid and always pay attention to the unrealistic sides or facts of everything in life by ignoring or denying the reality of the circumstances in which they are. They think or behave in a way that you think they're not living on the planet Earth. They're not living on this planet. They're living on another planet. In this case, the following 4 idiomatic expressions will help you a great deal to express the idea that these people are not as realistic as they should be, or are not living a life of reality, or rather, are living a life of dreams. Alright, the first one is to be living in a dream world. To be living in a dream world, which means to have impractical or impossible ideas or hopes, or to think impractically or unrealistically, or to think of life as fantasy rather than reality. Alright, let me give you an example. It seems like you don't know anything about the 2023 inflation. Are you living in a dream world? It seems like you don't know anything about the 2023 inflation. Are you living in a dream world? Which means, do you know anything about what's happening around you? Have you updated yourself on the recent events happening around you in your life? Do you know what's happening around you? Are you living in a dream world? Alright, another example. Well, you're a grown-up man now. You gotta go out there and find a job for yourself all by yourself. You gotta be living in a dream world to think that someone will find you a job. You're a grown-up man now. You gotta find a job for yourself all by yourself. You gotta be living in a dream world to think that someone will find you a job. Which means you must have impractical or unrealistic hopes, imaginations, or ideas to think that somebody will go out there, make effort on behalf of you and find you a job, or somebody else will make effort to provide you with what you need. So, you gotta be living in a dream world to think that somebody else will go and find you a job. Alright, the second idiomatic expression is to have your head in the clouds. To have your head in the clouds, which means to have impractical or impossible ideas or hopes, or to think in a way that shows you're not sensible or practical, or your ideas are not practical, or to think or behave in a way that shows that you think of life as fantasy rather than reality. Let me give you an example. Julia thinks she can buy her dream car with her 9-to-5 job. She has her head in the clouds. Julia thinks she can buy her dream car with her 9-to-5 job. She has her head in the clouds, which means she's not realistic. She's not paying attention to the reality of the situation. She doesn't know the facts of the situation or the facts of the circumstances in which she is. She's living in a dream world, or she has her head in the clouds. She's unrealistic. She doesn't take account of the facts of her life. Another example. Do you have your head in the clouds? Who can get rich by buying lottery tickets? Do you have your head in the clouds? Who can get rich by buying lottery tickets? Which means nobody can get rich by buying lottery tickets. If you're realistic enough, you need to put a lot of effort into making money and getting rich. Do you have your head in the clouds? No one can get rich by buying lottery tickets. Alright, now we're getting to the third idiomatic expression, which is to live in a cloud cuckoo land. To live in a cloud cuckoo land. To live in a cloud cuckoo land, which means to have unrealistic ideas, to have impractical plans, and ideas to think unrealistically and impractically, or to think in a way that shows you only care about fantasies rather than reality. Alright, let me give you 2 examples now. Whatever you do, don't marry James. He's not realistic at all. He's living in a cloud cuckoo land. Whatever you do, don't marry James. He's not realistic at all. He's living in a cloud cuckoo land, which means he's living in a dream world. He has his head in the clouds. He's not realistic. He doesn't care about the facts of the situation in which he is. He's not realistic. So you better not waste your time with James. Don't marry him. He's not realistic. You better not waste your time with James or by marrying James, because he's not focusing all his time, effort, energy, and his whole life on the effects of the situations in which he is. He only thinks about dreams, or he has impractical or unrealistic ideas. Another example. Well, if you need more money, instead of living in a cloud cuckoo land by gambling, go find a job. If you need more money, instead of living in a cloud cuckoo land by gambling, go find a job. Which means be realistic. Think realistically. Go find a job. You will never get rich, or you will never make more money by gambling. Alright, now we're getting to the fourth and the last idiomatic expression that you can use to express the idea that someone is not realistic or someone is living in a dream world, which is